Yeah, she calls. I'll be ready for you. It's only 7 o'clock. Yeah, I'm still up. It's only 7. Oh, I'm still up. I want some porn. I'm gonna take a shower a little bit. Same stuff. Let's see what Alexander has on his channel. Hello. Just take a quick look at some stuff. That's it. $19 ago. Okay. How's everyone doing right now, huh? Right now, doing okay. I'm relaxing right now. That's all I'm doing right now. Relaxing. Trying to relax. And that's about it. Seeing how I was doing right now. That's all I'm doing right now. Maybe one of A, a little bit of B. You see how I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now. He's doing stay out here for a smidge and then go back to sleep maybe. Right now he's gonna have some fun right now. So yeah, you see what everyone else is doing right now. My phone's been blowing up since I first started recording. I don't care about Steven Universe. So yeah, I'm just on here for a little bit of fun. Waiting for that number to get to 5K so I can get myself a PL box for you guys. But right now, we're still gotta get our butts up there. But yeah. Yep. Then I'll go to bed in a little bit. Yeah. Hello. I'm not that old. Quite young. No, I'm not. I'm not that old. I'm quite young. I'm 30. And you are blocked. And you are. There we go.
More fun. Welcome back to News Channel 3 Live at 5. I'm Kirk Mason.
And I'm Julie Williams.
Well, as part of our celebration of WMT's 75th anniversary, we're asking the question, where are they now? We're catching up with people you may remember from watching Channel 3 over the years.
Chief meteorologist Keith Thompson just caught up with the man who brought you some of the biggest sports highlights in West Michigan during the 90s.
The 1990s was a great decade for sports in our state and in West Michigan.
Derek Jeter, where fantasy becomes reality.
Kalamazoo's own Derek Jeter was playing himself into legendary status with the New York Yankees.
It was one of the most wonderful experiences I've ever had in my life.
One of the most successful IndyCar drivers
Wow.
ever, A.J. Foyt, who won the Indianapolis 500 4 times, was wrapping up his career and partnership with sponsor Jim Gilmore of Kalamazoo. The Fab Five, the University of Michigan men's basketball team, was making headlines around the world with their electric style of play.
And Western Michigan will have the victory.
And the Western Michigan University men's basketball team pulled off a huge March Madness upset, taking down number 4 seed Clemson at a game at Old Chicago Stadium.
That's me and Big Al Moldy.
As sports director at WWMT from 1990 until 2004,
Krupke and I were doused with champagne in the locker room.
John Koch had a front row seat for all of it, bringing viewers
Hey, what happened
highlights
to him?
on television long before the days where they could be seen on a phone screen.
The media has changed, obviously. It's more on computers now. But back then, we really were the first to show highlights for people, and it was exciting. It was a fun time. And that's the Derek Jeter training camp pass.
One of Koch's most interesting athletes to interview was Derek Jeter, but not because of what Jeter would say, but because of what he wouldn't say.
Derek Jeter, I always said, is great because he was accommodating, but he never really said anything. Even now, his sound bites are pretty much the same. You know what you're going to get. But he was very smart in that regard, because if you're in New York dealing with the New York media and you ramble on like Gary Carter did at one, back in his day, you end up getting in trouble.
And the underdog role suits the Broncos just fine. But
In 2004, after 14 years of chasing sports highlights, working late nights, weekends, and holidays, Koch decided it was time for a change.
Sportscasting, in my mind, back then, was for the young and single guys. But I had a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old at the time. And I said, I just don't want to start over into another city. So I looked around and tried to find something where my skills could be transferable. And fortunately, State Farm was there.
Since leaving WWMT 21 years ago, John has been a local agent for one of the country's largest insurance companies.
Transition was a little difficult in some ways, going from television to a totally different career, which I didn't know anything about. I've transitioned well, and it's worked out really, really well. So I'm pleased with it.
And the putting there, I have played golf with John. He's a very good golfer. Very good. I can't hang with him, actually. Cope doesn't regret his decision to stay in West Michigan after leaving News Channel 3.
His 2 children graduated from Portage Central High School, and his oldest has a master's from Western.
Wow.
Now, folks, we'll be looking back at some of the most impactful stories we've brought you these last 75 years, and we'll be catching up with more familiar faces, too, along the way.
And if you missed a story, we'll have all these segments posted on our YouTube page. Just search WWMT 75th Anniversary. I have a story I just kind of finished up yesterday that they are going to be editing soon. You'll see some of the important behind-the-scenes folks around our station. That's
We perform miracles at Pickup Truck Heaven.